You know, our next speaker is a man of, besides being a personal friend of mine, he's also a man of great integrity, a man who is a very deep thinker, and a man who is a very thorough legislator. If you go to Jerry's website, isn't quite up, jerryoneil.com, but we're going to have a video on there that explains a situation that I thought just epitomized Jerry's ability as a legislator. And what happened, we have this scenario where the House is ready to vote on a bill that went through the Senate with flying colors. They expected to pass unanimously in the House, and Jerry stands up and he says, wait a minute. There's some language in this bill that says it's going to be a negative impact on some of my constituents in my district. And as a result of that, the vote came out almost unanimously against the bill. It was sent back to the Senate, and they had to rewrite the bill to eliminate that language. And, you know, for me, you know, I'd love a senator or a representative that stands up for his constituents and actually does his job of reading the bill. And, you know, Jerry does that. Jerry works for the people. So let's give Jerry a warm hand. Next legislator from House District 3, Jerry O'Neill.
Thank you, Leonard. One of the things I did lately that I'm proud of is I gave a guy a ride down to Helena. He's sitting right there, Braxton Shewalder, and he got up and spoke some at the Helena pro-gun rally, and then he gave an interview to the AP reporter, and she put a piece out and made it, I think it made every major newspaper in the United States. And this is, Braxton is famous now. I wish he would have did it before. I think he's too young to file for legislature, but next session maybe I'll be glad to bow out and let him run. One of the things I want to speak about, kind of esoteric maybe, and maybe I think it's very important, is there's a 28th Amendment being proposed by quite a few people around the United States, with the object of the amendment, I don't know the object of what any of the results of the amendment would be, to take away our right to assemble. It would take away the NRA's right to assemble, to get together, take our money, and help campaign for us and lobby our legislatures. And in Citizens United, Democrats Fighting for Reform, they have a survey, and they request you to sign their Stop the NRA survey. One of the questions they have on their site is, did you know that End Citizens United is one of the largest groups in the country working to stop special interests like the NRA? I don't think people are awake to that. And it's serious. And it's what they want to stop the privileges of artificial entities shall be determined by the people through federal, state, or local law and shall not be construed to be inherent or inalienable. Okay, so the right for the NRA or the right for the ACLU or the right for Liberty Fellowship or any other group, for them to send out campaign flyers or to put up a billboard or help somebody with a TV ad, that can be determined by the local Kalispell City Council or the Whitefish City Council? I don't think so. And maybe you think I'm being a little bit too extremist or too chicken little or something. In total of nearly 200, as early as 2018, 19 states have formally enacted some form of a 28th Amendment resolution through citizens' ballot initiatives or by legislative action. 20 more states had resolutions pending in 2017. More than 800 cities and towns across the nation have passed 28th Amendment resolutions. These communities have acted regardless of whether they are in so-called red states or blue states, when they have been done so through the voice of the voters and ballot initiatives. The cross-partisan Partisan support is overwhelming, with results of over 80% in favor of a common result. I think that's scary when they're going to use that amendment to take away our right to get together and support an issue or a campaign candidate. And I hope you take a look at it and support candidates that understand what's going on and tell your neighbor about it, because I think it's very serious. The state of North Dakota to our east, they're trying to get an amendment on their ballot. The Forces of Darkness are trying to get an amendment on their ballot, which will make it that the commission, I think it's seven people, will be appointed by the governor, and that commission will say who can speak and who can't speak, and what they can speak on and what they can't speak on. Now, I think in China they have a block party that does that, or a block commissioner or a commissar, and I don't want that in Montana or the United States. So anyhow, maybe I'm swimming upstream, but I'm hoping we can stop that now, because it's got a lot of traction and it's going to take a lot to kill it. And that would be harder than killing the bill that Leonard was talking about. And I hope we can do it. Thank you.